Let's start with love. Your parents had a complicated love story. Divorced twice, married 3 times. What have you learned about love from your mom and dad and their love story?
That it's messy, that it takes work, that it's ugly, that no matter how ugly or messy it is, don't go to bed until you've come back together to either embrace or admit that you truly love each other, even if you hadn't solved what the hell you're bitching about. That love will win in the end, literally 3-2 with my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And that even in the 2 divorces and in the 2 times where they couldn't live with each other, they still loved each other. They just couldn't live with each other at that time. For whatever reason they needed, and I don't know the details, if they needed their space, freedom, or what, but they were never out of love with each other. And that as a parent, when we're not sure what to do, and people give you 1,000 books and advice, as a parent, if your kid knows you love them, you're in the black. That's the main thing. It won't work without that. And it can work, and usually can work with that. They just know that fact.
So it's not just love for each other, it's the love for the bigger family that ultimately helps you persist through the ups and downs.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much, particularly my mom and dad, were staying together at times, maybe when they didn't want to, because they had children. I don't actually think they considered that. I think they were much less conscientious than, say, I am today. I think my mom and dad were more like, they'll be fine. We love them. They'll be fine, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, let's work it out between you and I, is what I think my mom and dad were saying to each other, or not. They wanted and needed a relationship that was a tidal wave, rocky, right angles, tsunamis. And to this day, in my life with Camilla and I, which I don't, I like a river, has some swerves and some streams and some rapids, but I'm not looking for a tidal wave. My mom's like, what's all this? Everything's so smooth stuff. Come on. Yeah. And so she challenges like vitality, because that's what my mom needed to communicate. I don't think my dad needed it as much. The hard angles that their relationship took. I don't think my dad needed it as much as my mom.
But the clashes demonstrated the passion that underlies the love.
Yes. And that's, I've always been asked, when I talk about my parents' love relationship, I tell the stories that are actually sometimes quite violent. Mm-hmm. And
there's some good stories there.
They're beautiful. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, I think they're beautiful too.
But I've had people go, wait a minute, that was unhealthy. You can't. And I was like, no, that's, again, back to the beginning, love's messy. And what I love about those stories is that's where the love was actually, it was tested. And it could have broke and been over.
Yeah.
And it never was. Again, the love won.
In the
kitchen floor, the blood's drawn, knives are pulled. Ketchup's all over. Yeah. But we make love on the kitchen floor. I mean, come on. Beautiful.
So as romantic as it gets right there.
Whoa.